Grab a ball and we just bring ourselves into the room. Right. We just center ourselves first. So just hip width apart, nice and solid on the ground, and then just lift up your toes off the ground and then spread them evenly down on the mat. And feel those toes making contact. And just feel the heels. Rock back on your heels, and then just lift on the outside of your feet, and then the inside of your feet, and then just nice and neutral. Still those toes in contact. Good. All right, and just breathe in. Breathe out, pull the belly to spine, and then just realign yourself as you come on down. And breath in, and breathe out. Belly to spine, tuck the tail in, so you're just tucking that pelvis up. And breathe in, relax. And breathe out, belly to spine, tuck the tail, and then just drop your arms there and then pull up the pelvic floor. Can you feel it? So drawing it right up inside. And then relax and breathe in. And breathe out. Pull the pelvic floor up, belly button to spine. Then breathe in again, relax. And breathe out, belly button to spine. Pull that pelvic floor up. Sometimes you can feel your butt cheeks squeezing as well at the same time. It's okay, but just think of that heavy floor just drawing right up into your belly, right up here. There we go. Then take those arms up again, breath in. As you breathe out, pull that belly button in, but sit down on that piano stool. Look down at the floor. Sit as far back as you can. Those toes, make sure they're grounded still. They're not tipping back. And then push on up again. Breath in. And breath out. Sit down. Push back up again. Breathe in. And breath out. Sit down. And breathe in again. And then just take your arms down, let them float down. Let's go into 45. And then just take the ball out this way. And then all the pressure's in the front leg here. Just try and get the position right first. Ankle is underneath that knee, so you're not overshooting too much. And take that ball up and over to the other side. Up and over, switch feet, and lean over to the side. Good work. And up and over, breathing in. As you breathe out, you're pulling in that belly. And lift, up and over. And up and over. Nice work, looking really good. And then lift up again to the middle. Take your arms out. Anchor with the one foot, point with the other. Your hand is over the top of the front pointing toe. Lean in and push back up. And lean in and back up. As you're breathing out, you're pulling in your belly. And your body's just still centered. It's just your hand leaning out. And once more, hold it there. Drop that back arm. Lift the front arm up and reach and extend yourself. Drop that back shoulder. And then take that arm down, bring the back arm up, switch sides over to the other side, pointing, anchor, and away you go. And lift, and push, and lift. The front leg's working super hard as you pushing that body back up again, that's it. And over, and lift, and over and hold. Drop the back arm, lift the front arm, drop the back shoulder, lifting. Keep dropping down with the pelvis, but rising up with the head. And drop that arm down, lift the back arm up, and you're back to center. Walk it in a bit now. Rightio. Hip width apart. Just rise up again, up onto the balls of your feet, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take it down, that's good. Do it again, breath in, breath out. Now you're really using your toes to hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take it down. Once more, breath in and breath out. So you engage in that core to keep you nice and still. But it's okay if you're recepting. There we go. And take it down. Well done. Right, let's come down to the base of our mats. Keep the ball and the band at the top. Right, let's start with our downward roll. I think it's our favorite move. So reaching up for the stars, tumble on down as you're breathing out, chin to chest, heavy head, heavy shoulders, and roll one little vertebrae at a time, all the way down. Give it a good little hang. Using the weight of your arms and the weight of your head. Once again, just lift those feet, those toes up, and just spread those toes and have a good grip down. Really feel that lovely stretch going through your back. So fold your arms, bend your knees a little bitty. Head is really flopped down. That's good form. Well done. Breath in. As you're breathing out, let those arms fall and lift yourselves up. Stacking that spine. When you're ready, reach. And breathing in, breathing out, tumble down. All the way, shoulders roll, arms fall. Fold the arms again, breathing in. As you're breathing out, you're relaxing and the crown of the head's going down towards the mat. Give it a little bit of a shake. Roll those shoulders a bitty, shake them out, breath in again. Stay down, breathe out. Keep your eyes open. And breathing in again. Breathing out, you let those arms fall. Stack your spine up to standing. That's awesome. Take your time. Reach for the stars. Tumble on down. Be nice and solid with your feet. Soft knees. And roll. Good work. Have that final little squeeze out and shake out. Let it go, and then walk it out into a downward dog. So your hands are just there, heels are down to the ground still. Knees are straight, but they're relaxed. You're just having a little push with that chest to see how far you can go. So driving that chest towards your thighs, you're pushing off the palms. Then you're going to come down onto your knees into a box position. Roll up into a cat stretch, so flat feet. Lift up through the spine. And then hold onto that belly. And go lift up into cow, so bring your chin forward. And you've got your butts going out the back. There we go. Shoulders are down towards your waist as well. And then roll up into a cat stretch again. Up we go. And then down to cow, but just hold onto that belly, lifting the chin up. There we go. And let's just walk it up a little bit to the top of your mat. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. When you're ready, one leg goes straight out behind, and then you can lift. And then unlock those elbows, pull in the belly, and just touch toe down and lift. And touch toe down and lift. Now you're only going to lift as high as your hip will let you. So it's just a little lift, that's it. So we're not twisting at all. Good form. And we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up there. Bring that knee to the outside of your elbow and send it back. And to the outside of your elbow and back. Thinking about a nice long neck, looking straight down at the mat. Can you feel your side abs working a little bitty? Yep, cool. We've got 5 more to go. 5. So if you can try and keep that knee at hip height when you're bringing it through, and you're aiming for above your elbow. And that's the last one. Send it back. While you're there, lift that, lift that leg higher and higher, and you're going to dip with your little tricep dip. So elbows are going down, brushing past your rib cage, and then push back up again. Bring that knee in to touch your elbow. Send it back out. Lift, touch down, push up. Knee touches elbow. Send it away. We'll just do 5. So we've got 2 more to go after this one. Touch the elbow, send it out. Breath in, breathing out through the move. Last one. Can you feel your other butt working? I can. And you're good to bring it in. Push back into child pose and walk those hands out. Drop that forehead down on the mat. Pushing off your palms, pushing your butts back onto your heels. And just breathing through. And then just sit up for a moment and wiggle those fingers. Send them away and then back together again. Wiggle them out and then wiggle them back in again. And deep breath in. Oh, sorry, I'm going into a bit of a, sorry, wiggle your fingers. Yeah, so we're just trying to get the, and then wind those little wrists and back again. Is the music too loud? Maybe I can turn it down just a tad. There we go. Right, just back into the box position. If you want to, you can go on your knuckles as well. Unlock those elbows, pull in that belly, and we've got the other leg going straight back out. Just where it is, just touch down and lift, and touch down and lift. And you're looking straight down at the mat. You've got a lovely long, long, long neck, quite solid on the supporting knee. Use that foot as well. Use the whole shin and the foot to support you. That's it. That's good. And 2, and 1. Hold it there. That knee comes up and touches the outside of your elbow, above your elbow, and send it back. And touch. And send it back. And around the corner, and send it back. Around the corner. Working those little side abs. It's good when you can feel it. You know that you're working the right area. We've got 2 to go. 2. And 1. And hold it out there. You good? Lift it up higher, higher, higher. Ready for the little tricep dip. Down you go. And push back up. Bring that knee underneath. Touch the elbow. Send the leggy away. And down for the tricep. And up. 3 more to go. Down we go. Back up. Breathing in. Breathing out through the motion. 1 more to go. Nice work. And touch the elbow. Send it back. Bring it down and push back into child pose. Stretch it out. Walk those fingers out. Drop that forehead down. And just relax. And then bring yourselves up to seated. Well done. Whew. And get onto those bums and just relax. Eh? Just a little bitty. All right. We're going to do a bit of ab work, but we'll do it on levels as well. So bring in your ball, and we're just going to sit up nice and straight, and then just C-curve, and then sit up straight. So just get the C-curve right, and back up, and C-curve. Well done. Now if you want to, you can lift that ball up when you C-curve. Breathing out, breath in, and breath out. And breath out. As you're breathing out, you're pulling in your belly. Last one. Lift it up and come on up. Give it a bit of a wiggle and a shake and just set those shoulders and the neck again. We're going to lean back, hold that C-curve. You got one leg to tabletop, other leg to tabletop. You good? Push one foot away, then the other. Just really, really controlled. You might feel it in your thighs, but that's okay. One more this side. One more that side. Bring him in and come back up to seated. Good work. Nice work. Just drop the soles of the feet together. Leave the ball for a moment. Sit up nice and tall. And then just relax. Let those knees flop out. And we'll just try and, good work, yeah. Nice. Just let it flop out. So you're just using the weight of your legs to drop it out. Then rise up nice and tall. Right out of your hips a bit more. Drop the shoulders down behind you. Here we go. And if you want to travel forward, you can travel forward, but don't go down. Just travel forward a little bit more. So as the stretch eases in the groin. Righto. And let's ease off. We can go down onto our backs. Take your band with you. Roll back down. One leg's definitely flat on the mat and making contact. The other one is going to go into your band. The foot goes into the band, the nice wide part of the band, and then just relax down. Both bits of band are in the same hand as the same leg. And when you're ready, we're going to take our big, big hip circles. So from the hip, you're motioning all the way around. The rest of your body's nice and still. When you're at the top, you reverse over to the other side. If you find that the band is, you're doing it well enough without the band, go for it. But try and keep the rest of your body dead still and just feel that whole hip area moving nice and easy. You're breathing in at the top, breathing out as you go for one round. And then the same again, the other way. And last one, this way and that way. Once you're at the top, hold onto that band. You've also got it there. You can just let that leg drop out nice and wide and let it just suspend in the band. And you might feel a nice little stretch going through the groin, a little bit through the hip. That's nice. Well done. If it's easing off, then you just pull that foot closer to your face along the mat. Just lay there for a moment, breathing in, breathing out. Keep the stretch on. With every outward breath, you're trying to release and relax. When you're ready, breathing in and breathe out as you lift up that leg, up and over, right across your body. Swap hands and take it across your body. Nice work. And try and get touched down with that toe. So you can twist at the waist, leave your arm behind, look away with your head. Breathing in again, breathing out, relaxing. You're just sinking into your mat, melting away. And lift that leggy up, back to the middle. And bring it into your chest. Give it a bit of a hug into the chest and let the band go. So pulling that knee right in. And then push your tailbone right down into the mat as you're pulling the knee towards your chest. Can you feel an extra stretch going through the groin, through the hip? And then send that leg away. Rightio, make sure that's stable. Bring the other knee in and pop the band around the foot. Nice and wide. Send that leggy up to the sky. Same hands, got both bits of band. When you're ready to settle for a nice big hip circle, go for it. You can feel the whole movement coming from the hip. If your ball's in the way, you take it away. Don't let it interfere in the movement. The rest of your body's nice and still, so it's just you've got it under control. It's just the leg moving. Good work. One way and then reversing the other way. And believe it or not, you're actually using your abdominals for this as well, even though you've got the band there to support you. The whole central hub is working really hard to get that leg to go round and round. With every round, you're trying to go a little bit further, a little bit wider, a little bit bigger. And last one this way. And last one that way. And it's up at the top. Just let it flop out nice and wide as you can go. Just relax. Let the leg just suspend in that band. The rest of your body's melting away. As the stretch eases off, you just pull that foot closer up to your nose. As you breathe out, lift that leggy up and over. Switch hands at the bands and over you go. Twisting at the waist until you get touched down with that foot. Then you can look away and melt away in the mat and just relax. Then breathing in, breathe out, lift that leg up, and let the band go, but pull in that knee all the way into your chest. And then push the tailbone into the mat. Keep pushing that tailbone into the mat and feel that stretch going through the hip. And then just release off and bring both knees into your chest. Have a little bit of a roll around. Then take your legs up to tabletop. Hands are down by your sides, flat on the floor. You can either go single or double. We'll start with the double because we can. I know in this class the toe touches down to the ground and then back to tabletop and then shoot your feet up to the sky and lift your bum off the mat. Then drop down. We'll do a little bit quicker now. Toe touch and push up. Toe touch and push up. If you're finding the double toe touch too tough, you just put those feet closer to your bums. If you want a little bit more, you just push them away further. So the further away your toes are when you're touching the ground, the harder it is on those abs. The closer they are. And just a little bum lift, that's it. Toe touch and then up. Toe touch and lift. You can feel all your abs working with that lift and with that stretch away and the touch. Looking after your lower back. Last one up, last toe touch, and then just hug it in. Roll around. Grab onto those shins and rock up to seated. There we go. All good? Rightio. Just hold on to those knees or those shins and just lean back into a nice rounded back. Tuck the chin in. Have a little bit of a stretch through the upper back. And then come back up to seated. Then lean back with those hands. You're on the beach. Send those shoulders right back. Send the chest forward and stretch through the chest. Pushing off your hands. Squeezing those little bones together. And then release off. Rightio, let's go back down again. Flat back, knees are bent. We're going to prepare for shoulder bridge. So if you want to bring your heels right in so you can touch the back of them, that will make sure that you don't overwork your hamstrings. If you want to work your hamstrings, walk those toes out a little bit. I'm going to try work my hamstrings because I know they're a little bit weak. They're a lot weak actually. When you're ready, drop your belly to your spine, tilt that pelvis, and start rising up into your bridge position. So pushing it up, pushing through your feet, Looking up your ski slope, nice and relaxed through the neck. Arms come up to balance. Drop the shoulders into the mat. Lay those arms back behind you and roll back down again, keeping the tilt on, keeping the belly button to your spine. And relax as you get to the bottom. Arms come up over the top. Lay them down by your sides. When you're ready, up we go again. Keep that pelvic tilt on. Keep the belly button to spine. Pushing through those heels. Arms up to balance. Lay them back behind. And roll back down, keeping the pelvic tilt on. Don't let that pelvic tilt go until you're at the bottom. Arms come up over the top. Up we go again. Pelvic tilt. Pushing through those feet. Arms up to balance. Relax those shoulders on the mat as you take them all the way back. And roll down. Keeping that pelvic tilt on. The longest stretch you can make with that back. Arms come up over the top. One more. Let's go. Belly to spine. Pelvic tilt on. Roll. All the way up to the top. Pushing through your feet. Arms up to balance. Lay them back behind. And roll back down. All the way. There we go. Arms come up over the top. Lay them back behind. Excellent stuff. Bring your knees back in again and have a little bit of a roll on that lower back. One way and then the other. Then grab that band again if it's handy. Nice and relaxing on our backs, eh? Right, pop both feet in, just hip width apart, straight up to the sky, even amount of band at the bottom. Drop your elbows down to the bottom. So we're just going to be exercising the legs again, so quite pigeon-toed with those feet. We'll be leading out with the ankles, pulling out and closing, and stretch, and close, and stretch. And remember to try and use both legs evenly. And as you're pulling out, make sure that tailbone is mashed into the mat, and pull, and relax. Right, you got the hang of it. Let's pull and stay out there and pulse. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and close. And pull and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and close. And pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and close. And just make sure that tailbone's in the mat. We're going to pull out for 3, 2, 1, and we're going to close for 3, 2, 1. Open. 3, 2, 1. Close. 3, 2, 1. Open. 3, 2, 1. And close. 3, 2, 1. And open. 3, 2, 1. Last one. Close for 3, 2, and 1. And then just bring those heels down and then pull those knees into your chest and have a roll around. Then place those feet down on the mat, walk them out wider than the mat, so your feet are right off either side, and flop both knees over one way, and enjoy that stretch. So just releasing and relaxing, melting into the mat again. And lifting those knees up and over to the other side, and flopping them over. There we go. With every outward breath, you're just releasing, relaxing, letting it go. And bring those knees back to the middle, and let's roll onto our sides. And you can grab the ball for a bit of support. All very quiet tonight. We're working so hard. Oh, I know. It's been a bit hot as well. Oh, alrighty. Right, you can start with your knees bent. We're going to do the side planks. So it's knees bent or straight or split or stacked, whichever suits you. But make sure the elbows underneath the shoulder. When you're ready, breathing in and breathing out, up we go. You're just holding it there. Just take that arm over the top and wave in the aeroplane for 5, 4, good form, 3, 2, and 1. Be careful and take it down. There we go. Woo. Bring those knees in. Take the ball in the other hand. Shoot it up to the stars. Grow right out of your hips. Walk this hand out a little bit more, a little bit more. So you're still reaching for the stars, but you're going over. And then you can just turn your hand over so that the palm's facing the sky. You can feel a little bit more of a stretch. And all the while, we're just trying to sit up as tall out of our hips as possible, but our hand walking out is pulling us over. That's good. And release and relax off. Righto. Bring this one leg out in front and that one over the top. Now you've got to remember which one it was. Hey, so should we all do mirror image and then we'll be fine. There we go, because we'll do them both. Rise on up and let's have a little bit of a twist around. So keep rising up and using that back hand to push yourself up even taller and twisting it that way. So pull in your belly so there's a little bit of room. Breathing in and breathing out. Pull that belly in, twist a bit more. Push both sit bones into the mat. Don't rise up with one. Send the shoulders around, send the chest around. Here we go. And release off. Let's pop the other leggy out. Bring the other one in. Opposite hand wraps it around, lifts up. Good work. Both sit bones are meshed into the mat. And you're going to start turning around, lifting up through those hips. Drop the shoulders down and send them around the corner. Keep breathing in and then breathing out. Pull the belly in. Get a little bit more movement going around. There we go. Just release off. Right, we're going to go to the other side with our side planks. So find your position first. You might be bent knees, elbows underneath that shoulder. When you're ready, up we go. And we're up at the top. Good position. And wave in that aeroplane. Only if your shoulder allows it. If it doesn't allow it, you just don't take your arm over for a full extension. We've got 2. And breathe. 1. And come on down. There we go. Tuck in those knees and swap hands with the ball. Shoot it up to the sky and reach. Then take the other hand, walk it out, and that'll pull you over slightly. Place your palm up to the sky. So you're going towards your feet. That's it. Okay, cool. That's absolutely fine. No, that's fine. Keep walking those fingers out. And keep reaching. Drop the shoulders and keep reaching. And release off. Right, let the ball go. Actually, no, take the ball with. Let's roll into our bellies. And just walk that ball out. And so both wrists are on the ball. Hands are free. 2 big toes are together. Flop the heels out and try and relax from the waist down. Looking down at the mat. Roll the ball towards you into the palm of your hand and then push it away. Breathing in, breathe out, lift. Now your aim is not to squash the ball too much. So you do the lift and don't put too much pressure on the ball. And lift. And away. And lift. And away. Let's go for 4 more. Lift. And away. Lift. And away. Breathing in at the bottom. Last one. Breathing out as you come on up. And relax. Let the ball go. Righto. Get those elbows in. Use the forearms. Use your hands. Tuck them right in here, close to your rib cage. Tuck the toes under. And when you're ready, we'll start the plank. Go straight-legged. And you're pushing off the forearms. That's it. You can walk it up a little bit if you feel like you're out of position, or you're slipping out. All the weight is into your heels. Shoulders are down by your waist. Inner thighs are rolling up to the sky, and your breathing is constant. Breathing in and breathing out. Pull the belly in. And breathing in, relax the body. Breathe out, pull belly in. And you just keep that breathing going, rhythm going. Soften between the shoulders. You can rock forward onto your toes, rock back into your heels. Just keep the movement going a little bit. Don't let your lower back lock up at all. So again, the inner thighs are coming up. Shoulders are going back down towards your heels. You're pushing off your forearms and your palms, and then your heel, you're pushing off your toes forward, and that forms your plank. And that's a minute. I'll go for a minute, quarter, and a minute, half. Keep breathing through. You can flip over to a side plank. Feel anything going on with your lower back, you just pop that bottom up into the sky. That's a minute, quarter gone a long time ago. And we've got 5 seconds left for a minute and a half. And that's it. Well done. Ooh, walk it out. Let those hands stretch out. Drop your head down. And when your head's down, start lifting that belly button up off the mat. And then just relaxing again. Breathing in, breathe out, belly button up. Breathe in, relax. Breathe out, belly button up off the mat. And it's just the belly button. Try not to squeeze the butts. Good form. And then drop down. Breathing in. And breathe out, belly button up. Bring those hands to your chest and push up into a box position. And roll up into a cat stretch and just split those shoulders that have been working so hard. And then into cow, so you're pushing those butts back, heads up, shoulders are back. And roll up into a cat stretch again. Up we go, stretch between the shoulder blades. And back into cow. Hold onto your belly, send those butts back, shoulders are back, chin is up. And then just walk it up into standing on your knees, shift back a little bitty, hip width apart, step with one footy out, and walk it out until the knee is above the ankle. This hand can go down, and you're having a lovely long stretch through the hip flexor here. So if you want to, you can just lift that knee up and reposition, trying just dropping the pelvis down and the hip down. You feel a nice stretch going through there? The free hand over here, lift it up to the sky and have a little spinal twist at the same time. So you're trying to grow right out of your hips, but you're still dropping your pelvis and your hip down to the mat. And then take that hand down, place it where the other hand is, and lift this one away for a little weird, little funny little stretch. Well done. And then bring that hand in, and then walk it back a little bit. Lift these toes up, put this nose onto that knee. You can even touch the toes with the opposite hand to encourage. And then release off and switch sides. This knee goes down, that knee goes out, walk it out. And just dropping down, stretching that thigh and the hip flexor. So you want a nice long, straight leg out the back. Your hips are definitely in alignment. They're both going down towards the mat. Enjoy the stretch. The free hand, this can come up and reach for the stars. And take that hand down, place it where the other hand is, and lift the other one away and reach. Really gets into the hips, this one. And take it back down. There we go. Walk it back a little bitty. Lift the toes up. Opposite hand can touch the toes to encourage. Drop the nose down onto the knee. And then release off. Hands down to the ground. Bring that leggy back behind. Tuck the toes under. You're in the box position. We're going to lift up into a downward dog and push back on those heels all the way. Walk it up if you need to, but pushing all the way with those palms, driving the chest towards the thighs. Relax the kneecaps, relax the thighs. Full body stretch going on. And then just soften one knee and put all the weight into the opposite ankle, or heel, sorry. And then switch again. Nice work. And switch. And switch. And one more switch this side. And one more switch that side. And then both heels down. Unlock the elbows and feel the strength going through the shoulders. And then bring those knees back down to the mat again. Push back into child pose. Stretch it out. If you want to open those knees nice and wide and drop the chest down, you can do that too. But pushing those heels back, after the butts back onto the heels. That's what you're doing with your hands and your forearms. Completely disconnect by getting your forehead down onto the mat. If you can't, you can make a little tower. But as long as the heavy head is being supported and just completely relaxed, melting into the mat again. You don't want to be holding your head. There's all 5 kilos of it, all that brain. For some, it might only be 4.5 kilos. But it's still quite a weight to hold. Then come back up onto your hands and knees. And we're just going to thread the needle through one way and just lay it down the side. The other arm goes up to the sky to balance, and then drop it down behind your back. Only if your shoulder will allow it. Here we go, and then lift that hand up, take it back down, push yourselves up. Back box position, thread the needle the other way, and lay down. And make sure your hips are above your knees. Then the other arm goes up to the sky, and then lay it back behind your back. Completely relax through the stretch. Then arm comes up and push yourselves back up into that box position. Cross over your ankles and come to seated all the way through. Grab your ball and we can relax on the ball. Well done. You guys have done well. Went quickly, didn't it? Yeah. Whew. Hands down by your sides. You can flop those hands, palms facing the sky if you want to, and that'll help those shoulders and encourage those shoulders to drift down towards the mat. You can go straight legs or bent legs. Heavy head. Completely relaxed on the ball though. Don't let it be holding on to anything. When you're ready, just drop a chin down to your shoulder. And then rise up with that chin over to the other side. So you're enjoying the massage, but you're also enjoying the release of the tension going through the neck. Completely just letting it suspend off the ball. Up and over to the other side. You're just going from side to side, just at your own speed. Or if you want to pop that ball now between your shoulder blades, go for it. If you want to put it anywhere else in your spine, just be gentle, as always. And there we go. Now you can take the ball out. You're lying flat on the mat. And you have just fallen. And you find yourself flat on the back. So the first thing you do is you open your eyes, you look around and see if anybody saw you fall, because that's always the most embarrassing part. And then you roll over onto your sides into the fetal position. And this is how you can apply things to when you are in everyday life, because Pilates is related to everything that we do. Then you can just get onto your hands and knees because you're strong, and you just put one little leggy out and tuck the toe under and push yourselves up. Use your hands, bring this foot forward. There we go. So you can easily get up. We're going to remember it when we're a little bit older as well, when we're not so like steady on our feet and go, oh yes, I remember how to do this. All right. Reach up, breathe in, and then drop your hands down. Just pull that belly in a little bitty, but not too much. And breath in. And take it down. All right, once more. Let's just take it down to heart center and give yourselves a bit of love. There we go. Because we deserve it. Well done. Good work. Any questions? I never ever have any questions. Everybody good? You are. Well, when the time does go.
Why does it go so quickly when it's like?
Because you're enjoying it and it's just at the right pace, and it's also, you're probably concentrating so hard on what you're doing to try and get your technique right that next minute it's gone. Yeah. And you're not going, oh, how many more repetitions do we have to do? So you're obviously in the zone. I think sometimes as well, I remember coming to your classes as a student, and then I just can't do any of the exercises today. And I think it had to do with how my day went, and if I released it or not. And if I couldn't release it, it would be like a hangover class. It'd be really difficult to do. But I think that's a lot to do with it.